Hello and welcome to the 150th episode of the What's New on the Net podcast. Wow, 150 episodes. So here we are back on a Sunday. It's December 12th, 2021, and in the studio is your favorite host. Yup, that's right. It's me, Saurabh Gaswala, and here are the tech headlines of the week to bring your weekend to a perfect end. Start Monday shining bright, ain't that right? So let's go. I guess the biggest story this week was of the outage of Amazon Web Services, or AWS as it is popularly known. AWS experienced an outage Tuesday morning that left many websites, including Google, Venmo, DoorDash, and what may have you, unavailable. Services on the East Coast of the US were largely affected. Very little came out of AWS by way of explanation. All that the company said was that it had identified the root cause of the issue causing service API and console issues in the US East 1 region. While services limped back to normalcy through the rest of the week, the outage raised a furor and some questions. Question 1. Why is the World Wide Web concentrated in the hands of a few companies? Question 2. Is the web really so vulnerable, after all? I do not have answers to any of these questions, but they are legit what say people. Alexa is shutting down. Before all of you panic and start to wonder what will happen to all your Amazon Echo devices, this is not that Alexa I am referring to but a website called alexa.com. I think that just made you sit up. Anyway, Amazon has announced the closing of alexa.com, a 25-year-old tool for ranking websites and analyzing competitors. A subsidiary of Amazon, alexa.com lists the most popular internet companies based on a global ranking system that uses traffic data from its partners. Amazon did not assign a reason for the closure. I would think ranking of websites is still a wonderful business, so perhaps here's a space that some others may want to quickly get into.
Here is a shout out to founders, co-founders, CEOs, CTOs and C-suite guys of tech unicorns, businesses and startups around the world. Come share your business story on our weekly podcast. CEO Speak is a new slot we have introduced in which the top management of tech companies can tell the rest of their community of their success, their struggles, and so on. Plus, as a bonus, the same will also be published on our website what'snewonthenet.com. Get your invite by writing into us at what'snewonthenet.com, at gmail.com.
Digital gamers, here's some great piece of news for you. From 2022, Google Play games will be available beyond its current confines of Android and Chrome OS devices. Google executives announced on stage at the 2021 Game Awards that the service will be available on Windows PC as well. The company was quick to note that this was not a partnership between the two tech corporations but rather a new product altogether, which basically means Windows people will get to play all those favorite Android games on their PCs too. How wow is that? Can any week go by without one news story around hacking? Midweek, Google announced it had taken down the infrastructure operated by the Glipteba botnet. It said it had also sued 2 Russian nationals for creating and operating the botnet. I have never heard of Google suing individuals. Have you? Why don't you write into me with that information? The link is in the podcast show notes. The blockchain-enabled botnet has been active since at least 2011. Researchers estimate that the Glipteba botnet is currently composed of more than 1 million Windows PCs around the world. The botnet was involved in stealing users' credentials and data, mining cryptocurrencies, abusing victims' resources, and setting up proxies to funnel other people's internet traffic through infected machines, As some of you may know, botnets spread malware through routers etc. and infect your computers, stealing information and some such. And now let's move on to our startups segment. For those who have joined us new, this podcast has a special section on startups from around the world where I profile some promising ones. This week, we have a rather interesting new social networking and e-learning site for women called Restless Network. It was originally launched as a media platform in July 2019. Now its founder Olivia Daramis has built Restless Network into a broader social networking and discussion app that doesn't shy away from difficult subjects, and she is committed to addressing the many challenges that women experience in all aspects of their lives, particularly in the digital space. This startup helps users customize their newsfeed and only engage with the content that they want to see. Restless Network is brought to you by Skylytics Data, a company that is into data analytics, IoT, and AI, and entrepreneur Olivia Daramis, who is also the founder. President of Skylytics Mike Ormerod said in a statement, and I quote, "Traditional social media hinges on likes and followers to interact with others and gauge success. We built an app that enables women to express themselves, ask questions, and share knowledge through prioritizing features that enhance user well-being, protect their safety, and encourage a culture of support instead of comparison." Unquote. Our second startup is actually a blog by Ivan Palii, an SEO expert from Kiev, Ukraine. What is interesting about this blog is that not only does it have informative articles on many aspects of SEO, but additionally, Ivan produces Google Data Studio templates which he sells on his blog for a nominal fee. These templates, claims Ivan, are designed to save both time and money and are aimed at in-company SEOs and specialists alike. Ivan's templates allow users to get answers when working with and merging data from different sources. So if you are into SEO in any way, perhaps Ivan's advice could be of some help to you. To know the URL, head over to our website what'snewonthenet.com.
A word of caution. Listeners are strongly advised to do their due diligence before buying or downloading any of the startups featured here. Startup profiles are only for information purposes, and this podcast does not vouch for any of their features.
With that, it's a wrap for this week. Before I log out, some of our listeners have written saying they would like to see some more sections added to this podcast. We are sifting through the suggestions and very soon may have some new segments, so be rest assured. Okay folks, so it is goodbye from me for this week. Until we meet next Sunday. Adieu.